Just a reminder that this is an audio only podcast. And for the pleasures of you just listening to it, I will be referring to each scene in the background of the video. And so you got reference. And enjoy.
Hey, what up, y'all? This is TJ with the Hear Me Out podcast. I'm with 087 Kyle. My man's, me and him connected. Great dude, amazing dude, family man, and a great father also. So,
Uh,
Kyle, introduce yourself, man.
what's up, man? What's up, TJ? Thanks for having me on, brother. Um, TJ said it all, man. My name's Kyle, player 87 from Netflix's Squid Game: The Challenge. I own a real estate brokerage in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Three beautiful kids, and yeah, man, I'm a father first and foremost, and that's how we connected on the show, man. I think night one is when we really locked up as friends, just talking about our kids and that heart to heart we had, you know.
Yeah, that first heart to heart, it was really, I felt it, man. And
Yeah.
it wasn't, it was, as fathers, like they're the best part of us. Like,
Absolutely. They're the driving force behind everything we do, you
like
know.
in the
So
most literal sense.
yeah, and being in that situation, knowing we were doing it for them, but
Mhm.
being away from them, it was like a bittersweet thing and being able to kind of like connect with you on that level, like it made everything from the beginning like that much easier, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And like there was some people in there trying to create bonds and connections, for later. Uh, they were like
Yeah.
saving, but nah, our
Yeah.
bond was genuine. I think our bond was
Absolutely.
truly genuine, and I appreciate you for that.
Nah, for sure, bro. I needed it too. You know what I'm saying? So I needed that too.
But we're going to get into one probably one of the most difficult eliminations that was in the show.
Mm,
Um, you and Mike. Explain that to me.
yeah. I mean, that was like a brotherhood that I built with him, you know. Similar situation, like he's a father back in Ireland, and the alliance that I was formed around, great set of guys, great set of girls, great people, but the only one that had kids in that little clique was Mikey, right? So we kind of built a strong game relationship with each other, and through that, a stronger personal relationship came out of it to the point where like it wasn't like the normal like reality show thing, like, oh, you're my final two, we're gonna ride it to the end type situation. It was like I got your back, you got my back. We ride it out as long as we can. But if I gotta cut your throat out, I'm gonna do it. You know, like it was kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. That just the way you described it is just like, ugh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, man. You were there, you lived it, brother. Like
yeah,
you know,
yeah. But
it's
this ain't
yeah.
about me. This is about
Yeah.
you and Mike. You and Mike.
Yeah.
I'd say, wow. It was one of the tougher ones to watch because like there was so many stories that wasn't told or the whys that wasn't told.
Yeah.
However, y'all bond was on display. And
Yeah.
I think it made it that much more sentimental to the people. I know it was sentimental to y'all too, but to the people watching, and it was much more difficult to watch because, like you said, somebody's throat had to get cut out. It was rough. It was rough.
Yeah, and the emotion was genuine. It was real, you know, like there was no questioning um anything watching it. It wasn't like, was this edited to look this way? Was it, like it was what it was at face value. Like it was genuine tears at the elimination. It was genuine like bro hug latching on. Like that was all like real time, real life, you know?
Okay, so difficult it may be, walk me through it, okay?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's run it. Yeah, so I mean, our whole thing was we wanted it to kind of we didn't want to battle it out, right? We wanted it to be as fair to each other as possible without completely undoing what we built prior to this moment, right? So we chose to one shot, run the clock down, kind of best man wins. Um, what they didn't air is we did take one or two practice shots, just get distance, see how it was going to run. I beat him on both the practice shots. I will say that, um, but no, man, I think we wanted to go down, you know, nobly to each other, but also knowing like we weren't gonna we weren't gonna give each other time for like me to win and him be like, nah, bro, like let's run another game, or like vice versa. Like we wanted it to be like time's running out, 30 seconds left, one shot. This is for your kids, this is for my kids, this is for our game on the line. Like let's run it. So that's kind of that scene where we're looking up at the clock and we're waiting for the time to go down. We're kind of getting our nerves ready for those last 13 seconds before we throw that ball at the 30 mark.
Wow. Wow. Okay, here we go.
Mm, yeah. He felt so bad in that moment, dude. He did because again they didn't show the practice shots, and off camera during the practice shots he was saying, he was kind of taking his own defeat. He was like, it's like you got this. Like you're an athlete. You played baseball your whole life. Like this is your game to win type situation.
Mhm.
Um, so when that happened, he was genuinely like in a state of shock. Um, and you can even see it like in his eyes, like right when they zoom into the marbles and they zoom back to us, I start breaking down a little bit, and you can see in his eyes the face of like, damn, that really happened. Like right here. Like you could see
Oh,
his face like, wow,
sheesh.
you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like he was trying to make sense of it right there.
Oh,
Read the caption right there. I never thought in a million years I'd beat you at throwing. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just it was a state of disbelief for him, not because he's not a solid competitor, but just because like he knew what I was about, and he knew like where my strong suit was in the game, and my strong suit in the game was the physical stuff, and he held it down on the mental stuff.
mhm,
So that's why it like worked so well, like game wise.
mhm.
But yeah, man, I mean, all that was just like disbelief on his end, but like my tears were less of sadness of leaving the game, but more of like disappointment in myself for knowing that I lost on something that I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Damn. Jesus Christ. Oof.
Yeah.
Wow. That is because you can see the pain in your eyes. Wow. Um, what was the most difficult thing knowing that this happened? That happened. Like after, just sitting in all that, what was the most difficult thing going forward?
I mean, game wise, it was knowing that the guy that had my back and me being the guy that had his back, like we were separated. So like he had a great social game. So like I knew he was gonna manage well, but it was like knowing I wasn't able to be there for him anymore. So game wise, that was like what was in the moment. And then like hindsight's 2020. So like after the fact, it was more like I allowed that relationship to cloud the reason I was there, which zero regrets. I would do it all over again with Mikey. Like he helped me so much emotionally through the game, missing the kids, missing my wife. If I had to go back, I wouldn't change a thing. But again, hindsight, 2020. I went there to win $4.56 million for my kids, and I let a relationship I built over 2 3 weeks kind of cloud decision makings at a certain point.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, in gameplay, it was just knowing like he's without me, and he's got to kind of re-strategize this whole game.
Wow. Wow. Like there's so many people when the show came out was like, oh, it's just a game. But when you're around these people 24 hours a day for as long as you were, as long as I was, you get to truly care about who they are.
Well, I was
And
one of those people, man.
Yeah.
I was one of those people that would watch like Love Island, and I'd be like, how, or like Temptation Island, like you go on this island to get engaged, and like you're there for a couple weeks. Like, how are you building that rapport in like 3 weeks? How are you knowing like this is the one in 3 weeks? And then you actually like live it. You know what I'm saying? Because like to the to the people watching the show, yeah, it's a game. It's a game show. But to the people in it, like that's real life, you know? They're watching snippets of red light, green light. Like that was a fun thing for them to watch, but like we put 9 hours into like doing it and living it, and it became a part of our past and present. It's kind of fight or flight mode situation you're put in, and it becomes who you are for the time period that you're doing it.
Yeah, because that red light, green light, I think if if I was eliminated at Dalgona, I would have been happy. Because red light,
Yeah,
green light was one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life.
absolutely. Between the temperatures, the length of time the game lasted as a whole, like it was, yeah, dude, it was very physically and mentally draining. It's again, if you didn't experience it, you can't fathom it.
Yeah, and trying to explain it to people as best as we
Yeah.
can, and then them like, oh, it couldn't have been that bad, but it
Yeah.
was
Well,
that
yeah, dude, I made a TikTok because that girl that like squatted that they highlighted in red light, green light.
bad.
I don't remember her name or her number, so I apologize. But the girl that squatted was highlighted. She was getting so much hate for being like, "Oh, you squatted, you couldn't hold it for a couple seconds." Like I made like a minute and a half TikTok video. Like, she's like she was the go to the game. She didn't make it past red light, green light, but like she was probably holding that squat for a solid 20, 25 minutes. Like
It's crazy.
in freezing temperatures in an airplane hangar. Like, shoot, it's crazy.
That's crazy. Like me personally, I would have been done it in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes,
Oh
because
yeah,
oh my
oh
God,
yeah.
her name is Jordan. Jordan Kelly.
Jordan, there you go. Yeah, shout out to Jordan, man, because
Shout
she,
out to
yeah,
Jordan.
that was mad impressive.
And like I wouldn't have been able to do that at all. Like there's no way in hell my big ass is doing the squat for more than 5 minutes.
Dude, I played that game as safe as possible, man. Like I literally like as I would stand in like a line is how I froze every single pose. Like I wasn't risking like a hand up. I wasn't risking my head to the side. Like that's probably why I got no screen time in red light, green light. I was the most boring one out there.
Oh, but the thing is, so many. Okay, did you see the Great Squibbing? Did you see that? Where all them people got
I
eliminated?
was Oh, when they crossed the line?
Yes.
Yeah, bro. So I crossed I think only one group before you. Like I was back there with you taking my
Okay.
time. Like I was not up to the front. But that was the longest pause that we had because they were flying drones to like look at movement and all that. And then they took like an extra like 15, 20 minutes to review tape on people who crossed the line.
Yeah, and
So
that
all I
was
remember is standing there what felt like all day and then pop, 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 pop. I was like, oh God. God. Yep.
I wish they would
Yep.
have that. I wish they would have shown that.
Yep.
Just to
There's so
show
much stuff I wish they would not have cut out.
like
There was so much drama that wasn't shown. There was so much heartfelt stuff that wasn't shown. Uh, I mean, dude, there was so much that they could probably make season 2 and 3 with the same people. Take the winner out of the equation, so we don't have to funnel down, but just do like a behind the scenes type thing. Like this is what we didn't air. Like they could. Oh, that'd be great to see.
Netflix should do honestly like a Blu-ray of the show with all deleted shit.
Yeah,
You know how much
yeah.
you know how much people will flock to that?
Uh-huh. All the
Like,
drama that like
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, there was like people created a narrative and ran with it.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
like
you are who they think they are. That's what it
exact
is.
like Kyle exactly though. Like you,
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna put that on a frame. Like, oh my God, that is the perfect wording because there's so many people that think they know what was shown, but they have no idea.
Yep.
And then they hear the backstory, they hear the truth, and then they're like, that didn't, I don't believe it.
Yep.
It's on you.
Yep.
Now it's on you. Like you don't have to believe it. It's on you now.
Yep.
But
Because that's like there's a difference between perception and there's a difference between reality. And what we experienced was reality, and what people are watching is a perception of our reality. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, yeah, I mean that's the best way to put it. It's all perception of what Netflix wanted to show and what they as a consumer wanted to consume.
damn, damn, you stop it. You dropping the gems. Ah. But Kyle, we can go for hours about this. We can go for hours.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna end it now and just let the world know where they can reach you at. They can follow you on any social.
So you can follow me. I'm mainly on TikTok and Instagram, Kyle Christensen underscore. I post real estate content, I post Squid Game content, and I post reaction videos to the new Squid Game seasons coming out.
Okay, okay. And listen, if you want a house, go to Kyle.
Give your boy a call. Number one, top 1% agent nationwide. So I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Did you hear that? Oh my God.
I, hey, hey, owner broker of Blue Realty Fort Lauderdale, one of the largest boutique brokerages in South Florida. So
Wow. I love it. I
give me a
love
call.
it. But Kyle, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your insight. Thank you so much for
Always.
being a friend. I sincerely appreciate you, man.
Absolutely, man. I'm always there for you, and I know it's reciprocated, brother. I appreciate you.
Definitely. Hey, in the world, you see that? People can be good to each other with for nothing. Peace out, bro.